What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right. So let me say this, man. The Bucks are not going to win a championship with the team they have constructed right now. I'm convinced of that. They're not going to win a championship with the team they have constructed right now. And I don't like. There's certain things. There's one thing about Giannis that bothers me, and that is that while he works hard on his game, and that cannot be denied, one of the things that's holding him back, the one intangible that he kind of lacks that I saw from Magic and Larry Bird and Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Now, people like to say Tim Duncan was a nice guy, but Tim still had certain qualities about him, leadership qualities that made up for, the quiet demeanor. He still was a leader behind the scenes in the locker room. And plus you had other guys on the team that could kind of fill that role. And the coach. This team lacks that personality that gets on other guys. Like they lack that Vernon Maxwell. They lack that. I'm trying to think of teams that might have other people that could fill that role. Pat Bev, to a certain extent, has that type of personality where you need a guy that's going to tell people the truth and not what they want to hear. I don't like what I'm seeing lately from the Bucks. This thing where they're playing to the level of their competition. I've been seeing that lately. They're not coming out and being as consistent as I saw them a couple years ago when they won a championship. Giannis, for the most part, has been great. Players are going to have bad games. Okay, I'm not going to come out here and pull up these old-ass 2018-19 arguments. He needs a jump shot. Giannis need to do this, do that. Man, get out of here, man. I'm sick of it. Every time when the Bucks lose, here come the Giannis haters. They come out of the fucking come out of the goddamn cracks like cockroaches and type with their little feeders about how Giannis needs to work on this and that, and this is why he don't win. But meanwhile, motherfuckers like Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic never got to show you shit. They never got to win a goddamn thing. They just get praised for putting up numbers. And Jokic's been in the league just as long as fucking Giannis. So I don't want to hear that shit about, oh, well, he has time. Fuck that. Giannis became a star in 2016, and by 2018-19, people was pressing this guy to win a title, which he did. But he didn't do it on the terms that they wanted. They wanted him to go help that balding bitch that's in LA right now, or go help fucking Steph Curry, or go form a super team Miami. He didn't do that. So he don't get credit for the fucking title he won in Milwaukee. He never will. But Jokic, all you gotta do is put up big numbers. That's good enough. That's good enough. Well, but anyway, it is what it is, man. The Bucks had no business losing a game like that. I mean, you're gonna lose games. But when you come out and play like that, that's fucking embarrassing. That's humiliating to lose like that. A team that has championship aspirations? And I vowed that I would not get on Chris Middleton. But, man, my goodness, man. I get it. He's still coming back from injury. He still ain't himself. You can look at Chris Middleton. He's still not in game shape. So I'm trying not to criticize him too much, but he gave you absolutely nothing. All right? And that was part of it. Javon Carter, he was balling. Giannis, you can't really judge it by the numbers because he really only played one half because the game was such a fucking blowout. I'm going to tell you something, man. The Bucks need to make some trades. They got too many fucking old guys on this team. They got too many guys from yesteryear. They just need some. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I hate to put it any other way. The Bucks need some niggas on this team, man. Okay, they got too many fucking. Hey, I play for the Milwaukee Bucks. No, man, they need some. They need to go, man. At this point, why not sign Carmelo Anthony? The Bucks need some toughness on this team, man. They do. They need some toughness. They got too many guys that roam the perimeter and are spot up 3-point shooters that aren't really great at creating their own shots. Like, you know, I like Pat Connaughton. I'm not including him. But Grayson Allen, they need to move his ass. They need to move him, Matthews, fucking George Hill, Zwaba, whatever the fuck his name is, running around looking like a fucking grown-ass goddamn sea urchin. They need to trade all these motherfuckers, man. Mike Budenholzer, I mean, this guy's laughing on the bench. Your team down 47, 48 points. You know, sometimes I wonder how much of it the coaching success should be credited to old Darvin Ham. I don't know, man. Some just don't look right with the Bucks this year, man. They started off great, but the last 3 weeks, the Bucks have looked a little shaky, man. They still got a great record overall, but what's bothering me is the Bucks do not look very good against the better teams in the NBA. They're winning some of those games, but in the past, they used to really beat the shit out of those teams. You know, now some of it is other teams are improving. It's not a situation last year when teams was beating up on depleted teams because of the outbreak. You know, it's more fair. Teams are healthy compared to last year at this time. But the Bucks, that shit is ridiculous. You don't fucking lose by 40 points. And I can't even get on here and say, oh, well, you know, the Bucks don't get credit when they win. Yeah, sometimes that's the case, but, you know, you gonna get criticized if you lose by 40 fucking points. Ridiculous. That was the worst game I seen the Bucks play in probably like 3 fucking years. The worst. And my thing is, everybody telling Giannis can't win these games by himself all the time. God damn! Have you seen how many games Giannis has virtually won for the Bucks by his goddamn self? Oh man, Giannis, you know, he ain't got no jump shot, man. You know, the problem with Giannis is, you know, the wall. You know, Giannis need to work on his decision making. Man, shut up, man. He is inconsistent from the free throw line. But last night they just ran into a fucking brick wall, man. And it's like Memphis over the past 2 seasons, they have games like this. Have you noticed that? Memphis has these games where they just look phenomenal. They look like a all-time great team when they be having it rolling, man. Remember last year in the playoffs when they beat the Warriors by 40 and they were up by as many as 55? So act like we ain't seen this before. And they won a championship. Remember that? So I'm not gonna say all is lost, but yeah, you don't lose. Like, it was the effort that bothered me with the Bucks. It was the effort. It was the effort, man. And some of the shot selections. Brook Lopez, who I think he's leading the league in block shots. Man, Brook Lopez is like a complete liability out there on the defensive end. John Morant was looking like Michael Jordan out there on the court. I saw John Morant get the ball on one end of the court, sprint to the other end of the court. Nobody's fucking playing any defense. Motherfuckers just halfway trying to grab him. These fresh motherfuckers. These ain't motherfuckers that been out there on the court for extended minutes. They tired. They just halfway grab him, foul him. He make the score and one. I'm like, where's the fucking defense? Oh my God, this is the Bucks? So, you know, if Milwaukee plays like this, they probably gonna go like 55-27 and gonna get knocked out in the second round or in the conference. And you know, people gonna criticize Giannis. Giannis is just one of the type of guys. He has a throwback game that is not very appealing to some people. You know, if you're like a younger fan and you're into 3-point shooting, Giannis just ain't gonna be the guy you like. Just like how I'm an older guy, I like 3-point shooting, but I like dunks. I like post play. I'm old school. So that's partially why I like Giannis. I'm not a big fan of all this 3-point shooting. So guess what? I'm not a huge fan of Steph Curry. But you know what the problem is? The vast majority of you cocksuckers call me a fucking Giannis, Steph Curry hater because I don't like his game. But when I call people Giannis haters, I'm being out of fucking line. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it, man. Tell me what you guys think.